Alright, it's your boy, the Rose Ashra, aka RoseyShades. And so I thought I'd do something different for today, you know what I'm saying? How about a little story from my life and shit? I don't know. I just wanted to do it because I fucking felt like it. So it's like, whatever, bro. So, let's see. There's a lot of crazy shit that happened in my life. So, I was going to start off with the origins for my name, but then I thought, it's not really the perfect time for that.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
I mean, it's not like anyone will kind of care about that one. That's kind of a long and dark story per se. Let's start off with like a light-hearted one. Let's start off from the past. So this started off about maybe oh yeah, and be sure to like, before I even start with the story, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Before I start the story, I actually want to say something real quick. I am fucking so happy right now, bro. I went from 25 subscribers to 34, 35 or some shit. You guys seem to like my videos, so I'm like, okay, cool. I guess what I'm doing is not exactly trash. I mean, not good enough in my eyes, but hey, I'm trying, my nigga. We can only do is try. But yeah, thank y'all for the fucking subscribers and views, my nigga. And shout out to all the content creators who I reacted to, because I wouldn't be in this situation without them, per se. Like, at the end of the day, it's their content. But yeah, let's get into the story. So let me see, what story should I get? Oh yeah. It started approximately, I believe, around 2011 to 2012. And so there's this party I was invited to. Now, I was a fucking square in high school, and I didn't like parties or anybody around me because of the fact that I was just easily fucking annoyed. I was just a young jit, and I was just full of hate, my nigga. I was full of hate for no reason because, bro, niggas would just try to constantly press me, my nigga. It's not like I got bullied or some shit. It was basically instances where they attempt to bully me, and I would just fight back, only for the school system, which is shitty, by the way, because who the fuck suspends niggas for fighting back? Like, bro, if somebody tries to press you, and you fight back, that shouldn't be an excuse to fucking get suspended. Like, that just makes no sense. I think that's why most of the times, like, these school shootings be happening and shit. Like, bro, I can't fight back, but I can get beat up and not suspended? Like, what? So anyway, I got invited to a party by some random chick or whatever, and so I said, why not? Whatever, right? And so I pull up to the party. Now, normally I didn't think it was going to be like a Project X party. It's because at the time, I didn't think that was even possible, especially in this boring ass city. And so I pull up, and it's exactly what you thought it was, my nigga. It was like a high school experience kind of party, but not really. Like, niggas is just being loud. As soon as I pull up, my nigga, some dude gets fucking tackled down the stairs by another nigga. And then I'm thinking, yeah, this is going to get pretty interesting. This is gonna be a fucking crazy night, if you will. So I walk into the crib, right? And then upon walking into the crib, there's just people doing lines on the fucking table. There's niggas casually playing ping pong, acting like they're not fucking playing next to a bunch of people snorting lines and shit. Now, instead of lines, let's just say they're inhaling cake frosting. Yeah, inhaling cake frosting so that YouTube doesn't get on my meat. Yeah, cake frosting. So while they're inhaling all the cake frosting, I walk by and there's a bunch of niggas hotboxing in the kitchen or whatever. There's a whole bunch of bras dancing or whatever, a bunch of people dancing, blah blah blah. Party shit. But yeah. So maybe 2 hours into the party, I'm chilling. I'm waiting for homies to pull up. And then at least one of them manages to pull up. But here's when shit started to go way out of hand. I think maybe one or two people must have got way too zooted or something. Because upon trying to go to the bathroom, I hear a scream. And so when I leave the bathroom to hear out what the hell is going on, apparently some dude tried to get too touchy-feely with one of the girls who was dancing. And so I'm thinking to myself, well, it's going to be one of those nights. And upon thinking, like, you know what, maybe it'll be alright. I think the girl was actually one of the people who was doing fucking cake mix on the table, right? And so I'm thinking, yeah, it's about up. And so I guess she freaked out, and in her zooted state, she decided to call the cops on the whole party, saying the whole party's trying to murder her. And so I look at my homie who just walked in, and he looks at me, and I realize, bruh, are you zooted right now? And he's completely gone too. So I'm thinking, how the fuck are we gonna get out of this? He's not even cohering correctly. He's fucking like 5 shots of the Henny. He's a lightweight. I'm a lightweight. We're niggas. It's not a good look, bro. We're not all stars. Shout out to Prim, by the way. But yeah, this is crazy, right? And so not only she snitches on the whole party and lies and said that the whole party's trying to murder her, but she fucking states that we all have weapons on us, because I guess in her zooted state, she assumed we all had weapons on her. I don't know what the hell she was doing. Don't ask me. I'm a person who likes to smoke, right? But I only do marijuana, my G. I only do grass, bro. So it was like, I'm not gonna do anything more crazier than that. You cannot convince me otherwise. No amount of money in the world can convince me to put anything in my nose. I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a phobia of putting like shit up my nose. I think the only thing I had up my nose as a kid was like a quarter, and that was because I was being stupid. But yeah. When that happened, I'm like, yeah, I think it's time to go. And so I look around for my homie for like about 30-40 minutes. And when I find him, bro, he passed out. He passed out on the fucking couch, my nigga. Like, what's going on? Now, you're probably wondering, oh, is this like a couch from the same room you just walked in? Nah, bro. This is like a huge ass house where they had like 2 living rooms or some shit. They were like living in a your age mansion and shit. And so I go in and I'm like, bro, wake up. And he's not waking up. And I'm like, bro, and I'm starting to panic because I'm like, bro, if I am out here any longer, I'm about to get my ass whooped. I'm about to get fucking dropped off. And my mom has super strength, bro, and she's gonna fucking drop me on my neck like fucking Luffy when he got knocked out by that one drunk nigga Kaguya or whatever his name was. Yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, I got it. And so I pick him up, and just when I'm about to make it to the door, bro, I almost get hit by the fucking door. The SWAT team pulled up because, of course, if you say that a whole bunch of people has weapons in one house, then of course they're gonna send the SWAT team, my nigga. Like, what? Duh. And so I'm like, yeah, nah. And I guess for some reason they don't see me. Now, here's a little fact about me. For some fucking reason, I have this huge innate ability where whenever trouble happens, no one seems to notice me. I guess maybe I'm inconspicuous as fuck. Maybe is that I'm not that threatening looking at first. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And so I'm like, nah, I'm good. So I sneak away to another room. It was like a bathroom or some shit. It was like a crazy night. Once I make it into this room, I peep a window. And it was about like maybe on the first story, so I didn't really have to worry about much. So I decided, yeah, it's about that time. And so I decided to throw my homie out the fucking window. Yeah, you guessed it. Yeah, I threw him out the fucking window, my nigga. I had to, because I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna dive out the window. This ain't some anime type shit where I can just hold somebody and just dive out of windows and shit like I'm Mission Impossible. The fuck is happening? And so once that happened, he lands in the bush. I jump into the same bush after I leap out the window, my nigga, and we hit the dash. Well, mostly me. I'm just carrying this nigga. He's still passed out like it's in that Zetsu and shit. And we running, and then I had another, like, I guess I was scared at the time. I had an epiphany. I was scared at the time, and so I'm thinking to myself, bro, there's no way I can carry this man all the way home and not think I'm sus or whatever. If I walk down the street with a passed out nigga on my back, then they're gonna think I did some shit, right? And I'm black, so I'm like, bro, I can't keep doing this. And so, yeah, you know what? Don't blame me for this, but come on now. What would you have done? So while running, I guess for like maybe I say a block, and I started to get tired, I peep a dumpster. It was like next to like a small little closed restaurant. Things were dark. It was about midnight at this point, and I'm thinking, okay, I at least have a few maybe minutes before some like one of my family members realized I'm fucking missing. And so I threw him into the dumpster, my nigga. I threw him into the dumpster like I was hiding him in a Dead by Daylight locker and shit. And then I just fucking go home, bro. And the following morning, when I wake up, I get a text from him saying, "You're a dickhead." And I'm like, bro, I didn't do anything. I saved your life, and I saved my own. We're niggas. We can't fucking do this shit. And yeah, that was basically about it, bro. We just kind of continued going on through life, man. Like, yeah, it was not the craziest story per se. It wasn't that wild. But from my perspective, that's basically how it went. However, to be fair, my recollection of this story, it happened like years ago, and we all graduated now. We all have kids now, so it was like a long time ago, man. But yeah, that was the story of my first Project X experience, bro. Now let me see. I was thinking of like maybe doing another story time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Now, it wasn't probably too crazy of a story. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people went to crazy parties and had crazy moments, you know? This is like a kind of like, can I call this a story time? It's more so like a confession, really. I'm just, if anything, the whole purpose of these story times is that I want to reflect a record of my life so that if I get old, my kids can look at this shit or some shit, you know? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And, yeah, man. I'll see you next time.